See, so guys, as I really dwell upon a nice and beautiful way of life, I'm just understanding that if you understand anything about life and how you do greater, just make sure that you're always complimenting people because it's nice. I mean, just make sure that anyway, that people are just aware about what you're doing, so that way they can see straight away what you're doing upon your life. And you're focusing on making sure that no matter what, that you're promoting your nice and beautiful way of life every single day to focus upon something that helps you grow. I mean, if you're helping yourself to grow daily and you're focusing on helping yourself do something, then that's the best way, yeah? Rush, the best way is making sure that you're doing something to help yourself succeed, because that way you're enjoying your life and you're making sure that your life is successful, because that's how you actually go for a nice and beautiful life. I mean, anyway, guys, just make sure that if you're really talking about something, just make sure that you never kill people, and make sure that you're promoting your name somewhere and you're just doing something to help yourself succeed is the best option for you every single day. So if you enjoy yourself so much, then you're actually just making sure that you go and do what you want to do upon making sure that you're nice and beautiful and successful. And every single day you're focusing upon understanding how to do that for yourself. So make sure you understand if somebody takes it literally to come and see you and they say that they have no money. I mean, guess what? I promise you, if they're living overseas, then understand that their mindset is out of equation to be able to even circumcise themselves in a way to grow in a way that they can never even capitulate what they just said. So the thing is about life over here, I'm understanding that if I realize if I do anything to grow myself quickly, I'm understanding that I just really quickly understand straight away how I actually go and do life. So the thing about life over here is I'm really learning about something about what's happening around here. So what's happening around here is I'm understanding that no matter what, then my nice and beautiful video is doing nice and beautifully. But the thing is about life over here, that my nice and beautiful video over here has to be opening up for some reason, and it's actually for some reason never even opening up. But understanding it has to open up. I'm actually understanding everything's opening up in a way that I'm doing greater. So what I need to do is I need to power drive through in a way that I just let it be and move on. But it's much more how I feel that I'm promoting my event. And as I promote my event, I have no shame about that. I have no shame about promoting my events. But the thing is, every single day, just understand that other people have shame about you. And now forget them. I mean, forget about those people and go and promote your event anyway, because that way you're successful and you're making sure that you can go and check with your laptop if your nice and beautiful links are working. Because if you copy and paste your links, then guess what? I promise you it has to work. I promise you your links have to work regardless of what's happening. So that way you're just honest with yourself. But if you really understand something about life and you go and approach those people and you're talking to them, understand that no matter what, that they're much more courageous about life. I'm making sure they understand that no matter what, that I can feel they're good about I. So what is a nice and beautiful feeling over here is understanding to just talk and be someone nice and beautiful for yourself in a way that you're enjoying. And if you're enjoying yourself and the link actually looks like it's working, then all you do is you click on it and just make sure that you understand how to direct yourself into something that's actually working, because that way you have to understand that no matter what, that your nice and beautiful life is just the way it is. So I understand that what's important for myself is I never scratch myself, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I learn very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. So as I really dwell upon something that's actually helping me grow, I'm making sure I'm really noticing more. So anyway, guys, as you promote yourself, just make sure that you're very quick upon understanding what you need to do in daily life. So if you want to go and do greater for yourself, then all you do really is you make sure that you're quick upon promoting yourself in different ways, and you're making sure that no matter what, that people can understand what you're doing quickly. So that way you're always understanding straight away that you're learning. And as you learn, you grow very quickly. You're making sure that no matter what, that people around you can always understand you. And if they never show up, it's because they're never your true friend. They're never a true friend, because guess what? Probably they never even have $200 to give you. So make sure you understand that no matter what you're doing, that you focus on yourself in a way that you're learning quickly upon what you need to do. And as you really succeed in your life in different ways, you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. So as you actually go and really help yourself to do something nice and beautiful for yourself, then just make sure every single day that you're learning very quickly upon what you have to do to succeed in different ways, and you're making sure that you can go and create something for yourself right now, where you're understanding that no matter what's happening around the world, that you're nice and beautiful, and giving people content right away so you can enjoy yourself is the whole point. I mean, that's, and so the whole point is making sure that you have more than enough of success and everything in terms of love for yourself to be able to go and grow yourself every single day in different ways, and making sure that you just go and check what you want out of life, but make sure you go and doing your business and focus on yourself, but never be afraid of anything. Never be afraid to give love and content upon what you're doing every single day, because you deserve content and you deserve to make sure that you have a greater life. And as you have a greater life, just focus on yourself, please, and that way you're enjoying your life. And that's how you have to understand straight away what you're doing. So focus on making sure that if you send people a good, nice and beautiful thumbnail, in terms of a nice and beautiful good thumbnail of an emoji, I promise you it's more enough for you to go and succeed daily. So go and understand straight away to promote yourself to those people who are available, and that way you're enjoying your life very, very quickly, to make sure that you have more than enough success every single day to enjoy your life, and to make sure that people can see what's happening. So as I actually grow myself quickly, I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough time to succeed in different areas of my life, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that yes, that if you involve other people, then it's much more how they are more likely to come to your events. I mean, so it's much more if somebody invites me to the event and keeps inviting me, and I have money to go, I promise you it's much more how I understand already that I have something better of a deal straight away. But those people who feel that they need to come, I promise you now, if you're, let's say, Tony Robbins and you invite me personally, for sure I come to your event. I come to your event if you're Tony Robbins. And let's say it's $200 per ticket, I come to your event, regardless. Because I understand you're someone great. I understand, but you have to invite me. For sure, I straight away come to your event. Understand? I mean, if Jesus Christ invites you to eternity somewhere, I mean, do you go? I mean, of course you go, yeah? I mean, of course you go. I mean, it's for free. I mean, so no matter what, if you're enjoying yourself and you're enjoying your content, and you're enjoying yourself, to make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do, and you're making sure always to just go and really deliver content. But I'm understanding that no matter what, the other people never appreciate me and what I do. So because they never appreciate me and what I do, I'm making sure I'm just successful to understand how I can actually go and do something nice and honorable for myself, to love my life differently. But I'm giving people different ideas. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, that if they never show up to my event, I'm successful regardless, because I have something greater to do. Anyway, so what I do every single day is I focus upon understanding that I promote myself very quickly upon something, and as I do my life much greater, I make sure that no matter what, I have more enough success every single day. I'm learning every single day what to do and what never to do, but I'm understanding every single day that I can hear people and how they are sending me frequencies of love and devotion, and saying every single day how great I am. So no matter what, that every single day I focus upon understanding that since I'm actually promoting myself and how to go and do something that's nice and beautiful for me, I'm making sure I have more enough of what I need to do daily to go and really, really succeed daily upon making sure I'm very successful. So as I love myself every single day to promote my events and what I do, or should other people feel temptation to come and see me, because they want to give me $200 at least to just see me and what I do it, how I do it. Because if they never do it, then they miss out on this massive information about me, and they miss out on this massive package. And then guess what? Anyway, they can see that it's coming up on YouTube anyway. But because of that, that they are people in the back line somewhere. They're in the back line somewhere. And that way I understand that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel. So how I feel is I just let it be that way, because that way I'm enjoying my life quickly. And I show people my content very quickly and I move on. And I understand that no matter what, that since I do promote myself here and there, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I have much more honor about what I'm doing. So understand that no matter what, that now I want to be able to go and get that FBOSS machine, and then I have to go and really, really study upon making sure that I can go and change my address now. And what I do now is I make sure that I anyway want to just relax now. I want to relax. I want to realize that no matter what, I have to go to a nice and beautiful appointment regardless. And I understand that no matter what, as I go to the appointment, I want to make sure that no matter what, that I'm just about to tell them that I'm moving to a nice and beautiful event page over here. So making sure that no matter what, that I just keep quiet, and then I make sure that no matter what, that I focus upon something better for myself. So what I want to do is I want to go and just let it be for now. I want to make sure I'm reading you the nice and beautiful bank statements over here. I want to read you what they have in terms of delivery over here, because everything that they are giving me in terms of pamphlets over here, I understand I have to go on their website as well and just read everything as well, so I can actually get ahead of the crowd. So no matter what, I feel that I'm just growing myself differently, and I want to send my biological mother and invite her as well to my event, but she's in Germany and it's a coronavirus happening, but I'm understanding that no matter what, that I have no coronavirus. But the thing is that I'm just a big smart ass over here to invite her to my seminar, to show her, hey, I want you to come to my event. I want you to enjoy yourself over here. I want you to see how it is every single day, that no matter what, that as I go and deliver something on my birthday, in terms of my birthday and how I actually succeed daily and what I do, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how I promote myself, and how I promote myself is different to other people. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that I have a different way of doing stuff and I do different aspects of life very quickly. But because I focus upon understanding that people can see me and I'm promoting myself differently, I mean, they can see I'm successful over here, and they can see how much more I feel in terms of life over here. I love I. Rosh, now, anyway, I promise you, since I'm actually always more successful now, I'm making sure I just move on very quickly. But I'm DJing much better. I understand that no matter what, that since I'm DJ, I really just pick out certain aspects or frequencies and I just go for it. And that's it. Actually, it's much more how I feel about how 6 hours of set in terms of nice and beautiful theory over here. To just go and do that right away is excellent. I mean, guess what? I promise you, the first time I hit the nightclubs is a 6 hour set of my music. I mean, only Danny Milivojevic can do that. Only Danny Milivojevic can do that. Where he can play 6 hours of music on the first night of his music in the nightclub. I've never done DJing in a nightclub before, but my first fucking set is 6 hours of music straight away. I DJ straight away. 6 hours. I mean, in a sense, so anyway, that's my that's my debut. But I'm not saying anybody can do that. I mean, in a sense, but make sure you understand every single day I'm learning quickly upon how to persuade myself to grow, and I'm learning different ideas. I'm learning how anything is upon life in terms of what I need to do to succeed. So as I go and dwell upon making sure that I'm very successful upon my life, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning how to grow and also just deliver content. So what I want to do now is I want to upload content. So as I upload content, I make sure that no matter what, I have more enough time now to just upload my content into Mega Drive for now. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that no matter what, that as I upload content, I want to make sure that everybody has what they deserve and everybody has what they need here. So making sure that no matter what, that I just go and really deliver that content daily, and make sure that no matter what, that there's so much to do in daily life that I've realized it's more about the nice and beautiful strategy of being able to enjoy yourself differently. So as you enjoy yourself differently, I promise you it's more how I understand that no matter what, that if other people never want to see me, it's because they can never afford it. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I move on and understand every single day to just go and replace any images into an album, so I can go and grow myself quickly, so I can do greater, and that's it. I promise you now, since I'm understanding that no matter what, that I focus upon myself to be much more in devotion upon life, I'm understanding that no matter what, that I have more than enough success right now to include a victory in my heart, because I understand I deserve it. And since I deserve much more success, I deserve to make sure that I always have more than enough success every single day to focus upon my love for I every single day in different ways. And I'm making sure that I upload this nice and beautiful content up online now, where it's just I. And as I really upload content, I'm making sure that I have more enough of everything I need to be able to be successful, because that's what you need to do every single day of your life, is become more successful, guys. So as you just go and dwell upon life, then just make sure that you're teaching people very quickly upon life, and just be able to go and really sink in the words over here. We understand that once you sink in those words, actually forever and forever, people are remembering you as somebody now in life where you're just showing people that you're lifting up the conversation and you're lifting up whatever's going on in your life. So no matter what you're doing, that you're focusing on a greater strategy, and that way people understand you straight away and how great you are, because no matter what, they have nothing to say about you, because you're somebody who understands value, and you understand the core relationship around making sure you're more successful. So the whole point is make sure that in your USB card that you place everything that you need, so that you're focusing upon making sure that you're successful. in different ways, and you're making sure that you have more enough success every single day to live your life differently, and that you're making sure every single day that you're making sure that your life is going uphill, because that way you're doing something very quickly and you're making sure that you're much faster than that always. And making sure that always you must be faster in your communicational skills all the time. So that way you you're learning. You're learning how to actually become something for yourself. So as you actually do life differently, you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually learn for your life. So no matter what I do, I understand that people have a hype over here and saying, oh, it's 100 capacity over here. Wow. They understand that straight away. That if they never come early to my nice and beautiful event, that it's already selling out. So what I do is I show people how many people are coming to my events, because I have no shame. I have no shame because I've been promoting myself, and it's just because they can never afford it. I understand that no matter what, that they approach, they get no free entry. Otherwise, or they get no free entry from me, man. I understand, because I am somebody who deserves much greater. I deserve at least $200, so you can understand my information. So no matter what, I realize that what's important for myself every single day is focusing on a greater lifestyle. So what I understand, that they have no excuses. I realize they have plenty of time to save up $200 to give it to me, I promise you. Now, what I do every single day is I'm focused upon understanding that other people feel that they never deserve to see me, and I make sure. And why is that? Because I can just see how many people that is. I realize it's over 10 people. I move on. Because anyway, I realize I'm doing better than that. And making sure that no matter what, that since I understand that, I realize I'm doing much greater than those people, and that's it. I wish they never deserve to see me, and that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, that I just go and focus upon something that helps me to grow, and that's it. As I help myself grow, I'm learning very quickly upon how I need to go and grow myself to go and deliver. But I'm never dropping my price, man. I'm never dropping any of my prices, because I'm looking very quickly upon what's happening around the world, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can go and deliver content for myself. So as I deliver content, I'm making sure that I have an event coming up, and much more in excitement over here, because I have something at least that I'm doing to help people, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. And that way I'm investing money into myself. I understand that anyway. That what's important is, since I have an event coming up, I understand I put all the money into it. And guess what? It's the best thing. It's the best thing when you can pour money into your own seminars and whatever it is, that you succeed, and that you're always delivering that content of yours in different ways, and you just make sure that you're always delivering content regardless of what's happening. And that way you understand that no matter what, that you have a greater time for yourself, and you have greater empathy for yourself daily, to make sure that nothing is stuffing up with your audio, and you're making sure that you're ahead of the content daily. That's the best way. The best way is understanding that no matter what you do, just invite other people, and invite people to your seminars, and invite people personally, and just understand that as you invite people, you shall understand how you can reap lots of rewards over here. We understand that no matter what, that people have $200 to give you to see you, and that way you're understanding straight away how you can go and give them this nice and beautiful content to promote yourself as much as you can, regardless. And that way you're enjoying yourself, and you're inviting them on the day of your heart, where you understand that no matter what, that people can understand it's your birthday. So if they never want to give you $200 for your birthday, get lost. Get lost then. So every single day, make sure that no matter what, that you have to go and grow yourself regardless. So I have no shame about my life and who I am, because I understand that no matter what, I have greater always in abundance. And I'm making sure always that I have more than enough success every single day to focus upon something that's helping me grow, because what helps me grow is more than enough content every single day to send people, because that way I understand straight away how I focus on delivering, and as I deliver, I focus on making sure that there's always more enough space and time daily, because I understand that now people want to tune in to my content. I realize they feel this nice and beautiful vibe around me, and because they feel this vibe around me, I realize they want to actually see how it is. They have so much curiousness about my event, because my event is something that they have to see. And that way you must understand that as you go and promote yourself, then make sure that you understand that you never go on blocking other people if you never want to. Understand? So what you do is just go and focus on yourself, and make sure that you go and really, really dwell upon your life. And now, make sure you understand that since I do understand something over here, that no matter what, if I unblock somebody and I send them my content, I realize that they actually get an idea much greater, and I can actually go and do it, Because if you want to unblock people to send them some content, then go ahead. I mean, that's something different. I mean, that's something between you guys. So just make sure that you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. But if you understand anyway about life and what you need about life differently, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you always go and grow yourself in different ways, and that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do. So every single time, just understand straight away that you learn quickly upon your life to success, and that way you're learning quickly upon what you need to do to succeed. Because the only aspect of life that you need to succeed with is yourself, to be the best you can be. Always is the best kind of aspect of life. So as you understand that no matter what, if you send other people who are coming to your event something else, eventually it's much more adding on top of the value. So I mean, guess what happens? I mean, guess what? I mean, it's the best thing. Really. I mean, guess what? I mean, you never lose a customer if you talk to them. I mean, you never lose customers if you talk to them. I promise you, if you talk to people, you never lose them, because communication keeps you together, and that's how you understand straight away to go and send people content about you, so that people can actually see what's happening with you. And that way, people are much more curious about you in terms of life, and they say, "Hey, he's coming to the event. I mean, he has something coming up over here." I'm understanding that since that's the case, I'm always understanding that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on in my life, and I'm understanding that no matter what, I always have more than enough over here in terms of my life. So I'm understanding that since that's the case, I'm actually going and becoming someone of status, because I understand that. I understand that if you go and make your own event or something like that, then guess what happens? I promise you, people raise your status over here. I promise you, you're the one raising your status around these people, because you have to understand that no matter what, that since you have so much going for you and something's happening in your life, I promise you, it's more how you feel every single day. So make sure you understand that if you want to go and grab a nice and beautiful life every single day to deliver something that's actually helping you, then go and focus upon your life every single day, and that's it. I promise you, that's all you can do daily. You're just focusing on making sure that you have more than enough of success in your life to go and deliver all the time something different, and that way you're nice and beautiful for yourself in different ways, and you're making sure that you have more than enough love for yourself to succeed differently, because you're never joking yourself, but I understand that I deliver content in different ways. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that I focus upon loving my life differently, and then as I love my life differently, I have all the success in the world daily to go and do my life. So I'm always understanding that no matter what I do, I focus upon connecting with people, and as I connect with people, I go and do that nice and beautiful way of life. So what I need to do is understand that I'm always delivering. So I understand anyway. So what's important is I am always making sure I'm doing greater. I understand, although the what's doing over here, I understand that if you're doing something to help people and you're replying to people in ways that you're helping people, then guess what? I promise you that no matter what, if they're questioning you, I promise you it's more that they're curious about your event, and they want to understand why you are doing what you do, and they want to understand every single day about what you're actually promoting. So if you just promote yourself all day long and you focus on making sure that no matter what, that you have more than enough every single day to schedule your life, and you just go and block people so you can promote them and so you can be with them in terms of life, then you're understanding that no matter what, that you're just enjoying yourself in a way that you just understand something very quickly, that you just understand straight away how you deserve a greater life. So as you deserve a greater life, then you understand straight away how you can promote yourself, and that's it. I promise you, it's more how you deserve greater success. So as you deserve greater success, you're focusing on your life, and you're focusing on making sure that your life is much more great. So as you promote yourself differently, then you're making sure that no matter what, if they never show up to your event, approach it's because they can never afford it. So never be in shame about what you're doing, but make sure they understand that Jesus Christ does what you do in life, in a way that Jesus Christ is doing what Jesus Christ does, but understand that Jesus Christ goes and does public speaking seminars around the town somewhere. I mean, just go and follow those footsteps is what I'm saying. So what you need to do is understand straight away that if you go and really, really dwell upon making sure that your nice and beautiful birthday is happening, I realize now, just make sure they understand that no matter what, that every single day is my birthday. But for example, I understand some person's asking about how I charge for my birthday. And I said, yeah, I charge because I'm doing something already, because I understand that no matter what, I can. And I understand I ask for money on my birthday. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's, I mean, it makes it all more, or it makes it all worthwhile much more to be able to go and do that nice and beautiful table. So what I'll do is understand straight away that I can do I. I realize that somebody else wants to invite 6 people to my event over here, and I understand that as I come over here, I'm understanding that I want to be able to just promote myself in my event. So somebody else wants to bring 6 people to my event. I promise you now, that's excellent. So I understand anyway that 12 people over here, in terms of people over here, I understand that's $2,400. Whereas now with $2,400, I understand that 50% of that money, I understand that 50% of 2,400 is what? I understand it's 1,200. I understand anyway, so divide by 2, and I understand to just go and minus another 120. Whereas now I make $1,000. I make $1,000 anyway from that point of view, and I understand if just, let's say for example, I understand with $10,000, or else $10,000, or else now for $20,000 I do I only. I make sure you understand that if it's, or else if it's a full capacity, I understand it's a full capacity sellout, or else that's $20,000, or else let's say anything half that is $10,000, so that's 50 capacity. Whereas anything half that, or else now, I mean, let's just say 10,000 is 50 capacity divided by 2. I mean, $5,000 is, let's say 25 people show up, which is 25. I mean, 25 times 200. I mean, there you go. I mean, 25,000. I mean, guess what? I mean, 25 people show up to my event. I make $5,000 on a day. I make $5,000 on a day, and 5,000 means divided by 2. I understand minus 250. I make 2,200. I make $2,250 over here. So I'm understanding that is because how many people? I realize 25 people. So 2,250 divided by 25, or realize that's $90 per ticket. I mean, $9 per ticket. So what you do to really calculate your money here is understand that no matter what, that you have $200 per ticket, and go 60% of that in terms of divide by 2 and minus another 10, or else $90 per ticket is really what I'm really selling. So let's say 10 people show up to my event, I make already $900. I make $900 in a day. That means I make $400 extra. Whereas now, if 3 people show up to my event, I mean, if 3 people show up to my event at $90, it's more how I understand $500. Whereas now, to be square on my event, I understand I gave already, let's say 60, I gave another 100, I realize that's 160, I realize another, let's say from that point, 500, so 160 plus 500, let's say 160 plus 500 is 660. So 660 is divided by 90, or else 8 people have to show up to my event for me to be square even. I mean, 8 people have to show up to my event for me to be square even. In a sense, so as soon as 8 people show up, I make already $720. I made my money back on the day. Or 8 people. I mean, in a sense, so from that point, I mean, anything else from 25 minus 8, that's 17 people. Or else I make $1,530 on the day if 17 people show up. I mean, let's just say 10 extra people. I mean, no matter what, that I realize if 17 people show up extra, so 17 plus 8, so I understand that no matter what, that let's say for example 25 minus 8, I realize that's 17 people. So let's say 10,000, I realize 10 people extra on top of 8, which is 18 people. I make already, let's say 10 times 9, or else I make $900 if 9 people show up more. In terms of, let's say 8 over here, I have 8 and 5, I have 8 and 9, I have 8 and 10. I mean, 18 people show up, I make $900. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, that it's just that kind of day, yeah. So I'm making sure no matter what that I make $900 if 18 people show up to my event. I mean, in a sense, but square even is 8. I mean, square even is 8 people, and if let's say 10 people show up, I make $400 on a day. I make $400 if 10 people show up on my day. I mean, 10 people. I realize this person wants to invite 6 people. I mean, this person wants to invite 6 people, man. I mean, that means I'm square even already, man. I mean, let it be that way. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is, let it be, I realize I mean, 10 people is already $400 win. I realize if 9 people show up, I already am in plus $200. And that's it. I mean, in a sense, everything's legal. I mean, legal. And that's it. I make sure, no matter what, I keep showing up. And as I show up, I understand that no matter what, just do my life. I hit jackpot, and I understand that no matter what, they're watching nice and beautiful every single day. And it's understanding now that people online are telling me, I love the vibes, man. I love the vibes. I mean, come and check it out, man. I mean, in that sense, so what I do every single day is understand that when I go and do greater now, I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm fast and effective upon what I need to do. But the nice and beautiful way of life is I'm doing greater. I mean, just make sure that you're also asking people to just come. I said, I see this guy saying that this guy's saying that he wants to do his best to come. But I'm making sure that no matter what, that I said to him, I mean, you can remember my 25th birthday. I mean, come to my 29th birthday now. I see a big difference. I say 2. Alright, now if you do all correct, I mean, just make sure that you copy and paste that nice and beautiful message and just make sure that you send it again. And that way people can actually see what did you say, for example. So that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do. I mean, every single day, just focus on making sure that you can see how it is. So I understand every single day, just try to get people to come. I'm always enthusiastic. I always have my word I anyway. But making sure that no matter what day, if I place a full stop or anything, I make sure I'm never negative because I have my word I. But what's amazing every single day is focusing on understanding that I'm building a status around town. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that I learn very quickly upon what I need to do. So now, since I'm understanding that no matter what, I have more happening for myself over here, I'm making sure that I have to go and really show you the bank account over here. So I'm saying over here that if I just do anything right now, that Jesus Christ is saying to promote another $200 worth of business cards or 2,000 business cards more, and it never goes to waste. So what I do is I just go and do that quickly, and I have time to do that, and understand that no matter what, I realize that Jesus Christ says, go get yourself new clothing on the day, and I realize Jesus Christ goes to Big W. I mean, Jesus Christ says that he goes to Big W, and look at me. You must understand that it's much more how I feel. I have to go to Big W to make sure to go change myself and do something different around my clothing, and understand that I just go and look great, is what Jesus Christ says. So that way, I understand that no matter what, that as I really topple my nice and beautiful life over here, I'm making sure it's all worth it over here. I mean, my event's getting bigger. I'm making sure I have to go and do these business cards very soon, and I just understand something now. I'm understanding now we're talking, or else we're talking some business around here. Alright, now what I need to do is I need to get my actual FBOSS machine, and I have to get myself the nice and beautiful way of life over there to make sure that there are people coming to my event. I promise you there's already my biological dad and I, in terms of I and my biological dad coming to my event. I realize Jesus Christ is coming to my event already. Whereas I and Jesus Christ and my biological dad, whereas an eternity is coming as well. And also, no matter what, that everybody's coming to my event because everybody can watch it on YouTube. And anyway, I promise you, no matter what, that it's more how I understand I already have different aspects of life over here. I promise you I have other people coming to my event too. And I'm making sure I'm making this big parade around Danny Milivojevic today. I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I do my nice and beautiful content every single day, I'm focusing on making sure that no matter what, I just do my life now. So as I understand that no matter what, that there's always nice and beautiful ways to just go and really see what people are doing throughout the home journey over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, it's nice and beautiful in terms of the rates, in terms of what I can really scout over here, in terms of what's happening in terms of discounts and about everything. So what I want to do all the time is making sure always that I do something to help my life. And I understand that no matter what, that since I understand if somebody's asking you for RSVP, first they want to say no. So the thing is with them is they already say no. I mean, they're already saying no. So all I say to them is I say no worries. I mean, guess what? I never even reply to them. I never reply to them because guess what? Approach that way, I get a yes. I get a yes because I never reply to them. And that way I just look at their message and I say I never reply to them anymore because I understand that they are so jealous of me, and I move on. And that's it. I never want to reply to those people. So I focus on making sure that I never want to rush anybody anyway. Alright, anyway, then what I do is I make sure that no matter what, that yes, I already see that the guy's car is out of reg, mate. I realize that no matter what, I can see that no matter what, every single day I'm learning very quickly upon actually tailoring my nice and beautiful way of life every year. So actually, I just make sure that no matter what, that as I speak to people, I'm making sure that I'm just doing my nice and beautiful content over here in terms of life, so I can go and really just read everything very quickly. So if you have an offset of an account somewhere where you can redraw your nice and beautiful flexible investments, guys, just make sure that you have so much time on making sure you have just have recapitalization on holidays. So you understand that no matter what, that you have make sure you have a complementary protection method of your capacity, to make sure that if you do anything about being compassionate with a nice and beautiful way of life where you can be eligible as a owner of your own company, where you're actually understanding that no matter what, that you're designing your own rates every single day, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you realize that over here at the banks they have repayments for up to 12 months. I realize that no matter what, you guys realize that's already a scam. And you can understand that no matter what, that I never scam people, but making sure that you understand straight away that the biggest scam of your life is you. I mean, understand? First, it's you. First, never the banks. Well, first, the banks are never trying to make you lose your money. First, the banks are trying to help you to get money. In a sense, so make sure you understand that. So I realize that what you need to realize over here is always I'm focusing on making sure I'm just looking at the nice and beautiful way of life over here, to just ask myself the question always to see that I feel that more people are into what I'm doing over here. So I'm making sure that no matter what, as I focus upon understanding that every single day I do my nice and beautiful content all the time, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have every single day to do delivery upon my nice and beautiful content all the time. I realize other people are trying to get something for free around me. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can use that individual to come and at least just do my nice and beautiful content around recording at least. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that's a perfect scenario. So I'm understanding that if he shows up, I understand that what I do with him is I understand I never want to rely on those people. I never want to. I mean, guess what, Brushy? If I rely on him to come for free, Brushy, guess what happens? Brushy, he may let me down. I understand. I realize that even if for free, I make sure that no matter what, I'm very careful about this guy, because I understand that no matter what, I realize that I want to be able to just dwell upon something greater for myself. So what I do is I focus upon helping myself succeed. So on the day, I can give somebody free entry to get myself the nice and beautiful camera shot. And that way I understand no matter what, that what I do very quickly is I understand straight away that I'm always promoting myself in different ways. So as I actually go and deliver content in different ways, so I'm making sure that no matter what I do, that I focus upon the target property every single day in a way that I'm learning my nice and beautiful suburbs and everything that's a target in terms of customers and actual nice and beautiful feedback upon anything, anytime. So every single time I understand that no matter what, I see straight away how the banks are doing these nice and beautiful things over the phone today. I'm pretty sure they're doing everything over the phone and internet today. And you must understand that what you want out of life is to really understand how people have gone a mile to make sure that no matter what, that we're learning very quickly upon Jesus Christ and what's happening. Because you can see that. I mean, you can see that we're all trying to live to Jesus Christ at some point. I'm making sure that no matter what, that everybody's trying to live to Jesus Christ at some point. But what you need to realize is just go and focus on understanding that if you want to do more Jesus Christ work, then you have to go and talk more. So always be able to just go and simplify and bring your insurance company, which is you, and you're making sure that no matter what, you're always banking together with you in life. So you're making sure that no matter what, that as you grow and you're focusing on what people can offer you in different ways, you just make sure that no matter what, that you're painting a picture in terms of reality, to make sure that you're dedicating yourself to guide you through the process and beyond. So that way you're making sure that no matter what, that as you personalize as you personalize your support by guidance, by making sure that no matter what, that you're discussing financial goals with yourself, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're providing timeframes on how to achieve your goals. And make sure that no matter what, that you're always helping people with budgeting and also planning, so you can always have a clear idea about what your nice and beautiful content is about with the investment plans that you have, with potential anything in terms of anything that's actual recapitalization upon financial aspects of life that you have. So make sure you understand that what's important is understanding that if you have clear information about how much deposits you want in terms of life, then you're making sure that you have tips on how to save for it in terms of Jesus Christ. And you're making sure that you're relating all information about Jesus Christ today, so you can understand how to actually go for information quicker, because if you want to speed read, then you speed read with Jesus Christ only. And that's how you actually do life, by estimating how much you'll be able to borrow, and also making sure that you can go and be able to use information uniquely to your situation, with Jesus Christ is the best way. And then you're always helping yourself to navigate through property and hunting processes, to be making sure that you're providing with a personalizing property report where you understand that you are the actual property that we're talking about. And you're making sure that no matter what, that if you're helping people to make sure that you're clear on application processes, then you're actually always looking at your loan options and making sure that you answer all the questions that you have. And that way you're understanding that no matter what, that you're the biggest loan in your life. And that way you understand that how you're connecting yourself into a financial planner to ensure that your family is protecting you, in a way that you understand that your event is always unable, in a way to understand that you're always unable, in a way of that you're able to work, because you never have a physical injury and you never have a death or illness, because that's how you get money from the bank, and that's how you actually do something with Jesus Christ much better. And that way you understand that no matter what, I'm never shaming anybody, but make sure you understand it's much better to have no injury and no illness and no death in life. And that way you must understand that no matter what, that it's just that kind of day, yeah? I realize that no matter what, that if you're being there for yourself in a settlement of helping people to manage your loan, then make sure that you're ensuring your loan which is working for you, which is you. And make sure you understand that no matter what, that your nice and beautiful protection of your family is you. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're connecting the dots together really quickly, and you're making sure that you're lending any kind of specialist out there. You're making sure that you're lending any kind of specialist out there some money, so that you have a branch and a place of your choice where you can go over the phone with yourself to contact something that's helping you. And you're making sure that if you have I realize if you have a first appointment somewhere where you're always lending somebody like a nice and beautiful person, where you're talking about the home lending needs of your life, and you're making sure that you're going around the financial goals to make sure that you're providing help that's tailoring for you, to be able to make sure that you're clear on the application process and your loan options, to make sure that you have to answer your questions all the time, because that's how you live life. And you're making sure that you're ready to start your nice and beautiful loan application, which is a nice and beautiful way to be an approval for yourself, to make sure that you're letting yourself exactly into the documents that you need to bring along, so that you understand always to apply and together in person with yourself, so you can always go and grow yourself, is the whole point. And you're making sure that no matter what, that as you are doing the nice and beautiful aspect of life about, in terms of about your nice and beautiful property or home, and you're making sure that your investment property is navigating you through the home buying process, to make sure that you're doing something around the 5 common stations, in terms of the 5 common stages of life, where you understand it's all Jesus Christ. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon never settling for less. And you're making sure that no matter what, that if you're learning how to get yourself to, let's say, build a house, and make sure you never build a house. And if you understand to renovate or expand, then make sure that you can renovate or expand your accomplishments, where you're understanding that no matter what, it's your business that actually succeeds. But anything else that's actually succeeding right there is understanding that you have to talk more, and that's it. If you understand how to do that, then you're making sure that your construction loan and anything that you insure is starting today in a way that you're learning much better. And that way you're understanding that no matter what, if you have a dream home or something like that, where you're topping up or using your existing equity to be making sure that you have an option, which is you. Make sure you understand how to do that. Make sure you understand that if your existing home loan, in terms of your nice and beautiful way of making your process clearer, is easier for you, then it's the best thing for yourself to understand Jesus Christ. And just make sure that your loan, in terms of what you're doing in terms of life, is that it's all working smarter for you, because that way you're learning very quickly about you're learning very quickly about the art you're learning very quickly about the art you're learning very quickly about the outlining effects of the ways you stay in control and manage your loan. Just be able to go through the nice and beautiful information process over here. So as you are doing anything to, let's say, improve your life, then just make sure that you're guiding yourself through each step, and you're making sure that you're always never buying anything, but you're making sure that you're budgeting yourself in a way that you're doing your finances better than anything else. And then just make sure that if you speak about all the words of whatever it is, and that you're buying better, and that you're doing something to use all the words better in terms of the better way, then understand you can use all the kind of words that you want in a better way. And then make sure you understand that way you're focusing on a better way now, and you're focusing on making sure that you can learn before anything happens, because every single day it's more about understanding how to really enhance your property search every single day, to focus upon something that's really helping you straightforward, and understand every single day that you always have flexible loans and money saving features with your insurance company, which is you, and you're making sure you always have options. When you have options with yourself, you're always focusing on delivering content. So I'm understanding that what's important for myself is just to speak out content because it's very important. That's what Jesus Christ does. I promise you. So if you're doing anything about buying your home in terms of investment or property, then you're just making sure that you're getting a home loan for yourself in a way that you're understanding the application to settlement is you. Make sure you understand that you never ever get yourself a property home loan. Make sure you understand that you only ever get your property loan when you actually have a business. First get get a business first, and then you can go for a property loan. So make sure you understand that what's important is making sure that your loan is working for you and that you're always managing a loan in flexible ways to make sure that things are changing all the time, and you're making sure that you're always buying a language that is simplifying yourself in the jargon to be able to go into everyday language so you can understand how to speak and communicate with financial planning and whatever you're doing. And you're making sure you're going over everything clearly while you're teaching other people the clear view of your finances before you start your property hunts. So you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon understanding how to use other people's words to your advantage to teach people is the best kind of way to teach yourself. So you're making sure you're always calculating your nice and beautiful current living investments, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have your workout options, which are making you help you to, no matter what, that you're borrowing much more money, and then you're making sure that either way that you're looking at the upfront buying options of making sure that your investments is helping you to grow. And that way you're understanding that no matter what, that you're learning how much you can also be comfortably making sure that you're making. And you're making sure that no matter what, that if you're saving for a deposit, then just save yourself in Jesus Christ's name, and then just make sure that no matter what, that if you're learning anything about anything in terms of less than 20% deposit, then just go to Jesus Christ for that. And that way you're understanding that no matter what, that you're focusing quickly upon making sure that the FHOG is the first home owner grant in Australia over here, which is a scheme of some type to make sure that you understand every single day that they have the first home owner grants, and also the first home super saver scheme, and also the first home buyer stamp duty concession. So these are all aspects of life that the Bank of Commonwealth Bank in Australia is using to help you to succeed. And that way you must understand that no matter what, that if you are considering any kind of ways of life where you're guaranteeing yourself to make sure that you're investing in yourself the most, and then you're making sure that you're always looking for self-employment where you can go and invest in your property, which is you, and you're making sure that you're always investing before selling anything, and you're making sure that no matter what, the other opportunities is already on their own in terms of your life. You're making sure that you have plenty to happen for your life in a way that you're learning very quickly upon saving time and money to make sure that you're searching for the buying process in terms of investment, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you always go to an investment of life, so you understand that it's much more about helping you to it's much more about helping you through the steps of assisting yourself to have no complexities, so you have all simplicities in your life, and then you're just making sure that you're planning to invest all the time, and you're making sure always that you're looking for the current situation of living investments. So you're making sure that your nice and beautiful way of life over here is making sure that you're just going and you're actually just reading something. You're just reading something to help your nice and beautiful life afford what you can, and make sure that you always have a better living standard always upon something that's realistic, and making sure that you're using other people's words to your advantage to make sure that you're learning how to approve your loan. And then make sure that no matter what, that as you give money to the public, or you're giving public money in terms of transport, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have extra investments to consider, and then you're making sure that you have all these kinds of rates upon everything to succeed more. Actually, it's much more that you dwell upon making sure that you're communicating in a way that's helping you move forward. So as you're actually looking to see how much seriousness you have every single day, then you can see how much you can see how much money you can borrow and how much other people want to come to your event, because they see that you're exciting and you have something that they want. I love that. Approaching now, if you understand straight away how to go and really be in your current situation of your nice and beautiful way of life, then you're making sure that you have no liabilities, and make sure that no matter what, that you have better living investments, and that your income is higher, and they have income higher, to make sure that you understand all of this equates to having a loan and personal loan and business loan, where you're on the plus side about everything about finances. And that's how the bank gives you the money always. Alright, although make sure that the type of loan you want is making sure that every single day that you just want yourself first, and then you want to make sure that no matter what, that you're learning how to actually do something that's actually helping you move forward. So if you understand how to use your stamp duty and bank fees, and you understand the expectations of agent fees and leave fees in terms of legal fees, then you're making sure that you're going through tax returns and making sure you have a plus with your financing and with Jesus Christ, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're going through the information here, and you're making sure that you're learning all the information in the process, and you're making sure that you're giving them much more money in the process is what they're looking for, and that's it. Whereas it's always that. So what you're always explaining to yourself is make sure that you give more fees, and make sure that you understand that no matter what, that you enjoy your life. So as I'm always delivering content, I'm making sure that what works best for me is always making sure that I'm living a life where I'm always saving more to give you, and I'm understanding that I realize that way I'm understanding that when I save more to give you, I promise you it's the best kind of way to move forward. So make sure you understand straight away that your passages about life has to be much greater. So I understand that if you want to go and do greater, I'm understanding I'm really doing excellent in terms of how I have a good idea for the price of range of your life. So you're making sure that no matter what, that your health, in terms of helping your start, in terms of you helping your start, you're helping your nice and beautiful business start your health, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're properly search on the right foot side of life, where you're understanding that you're never wrong nor right, but you're with Jesus Christ, and you're making sure that you're always doing a nice and beautiful job to understand that if you save for a deposit, then make sure that you have a larger deposit in a way that you understand that it's you, and you make sure that you save for yourself only, and you make sure that no matter what, that you're never saving for a loan, but you're making sure you're giving money to get a loan. And that's it. You must understand that's how you actually understand straight away how to go and be giving everything in terms of life, and make sure that no matter what, that you're just looking to go and read more nice and beautiful ways. But if you're understanding anything about regular savings plans, make sure you understand it's more about Jesus Christ, and that way you understand straight away that you're learning all the typical ways of responding to the nice and beautiful purchasing plan of investment, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you have more than enough to consider all the time. But LMI stands for the nice and beautiful Lender's Mortgage Insurance over here in Australia, and also the LDP is the low deposit premium plan. And I'm making sure that these are kinds of plans that Commonwealth Bank has. So make sure that no matter what, if you go and really exist in an equity of price, then make sure that you're living more, and that's it. I'm actually make sure you're giving more words, and then you're actually never risking anything, but you're making sure that you're allocating your assets in a way that you're depositing for a home loan better, and making sure that no matter what, that you must understand that every single day you deposit for a home loan, which is you, then make sure you're doing yourself better, and that way you're learning much more quicker about understanding what you need to do to understand that the banks look for a full deposit from you to get a loan always. Just saying. So if you want something to succeed with, then understand how smart you have to be with the banks, and understand that no matter what, you always go for the information with yourself to actually go and study upon what's happening. So make sure that you understand that what happens is, make sure that you're always able to recapitalize on everything that you do. Make sure you never ever go in debt about anything. Make sure you understand that you give the money and that you're never in debt. Never ever be in debt for anything. Makes sense. So make sure you understand that there is no debt when you're making money. Makes sense. So make sure you understand that, and make sure that no matter what, that as you transfer anything in terms of capitalization, that you're making sure that your nice and beautiful ways of life is doing more, and that way you're making sure that no matter what, that you're just going through the information to help yourself, and that way you're giving information much greater. So what you need to do is make sure that you can see straight away that what you need to do is focus upon understanding that always you have to understand that the banks always look for a 12% deposit on your property, and you must understand that in other types of ways they look for a 20% deposit. So the bank's always looking from 12% to 20% deposit from you for the actual home loan that you want, and make sure you understand that. So make sure that no matter what, that if you go and increase your nice and beautiful way of life, then make sure that you're always understanding that if they get you in the 20% deposit loan over here, then make sure you understand that you're giving more, and it's a better deal always. If you understand to deposit more, for sure, if you deposit more of a percentage, then you're always safer than sorry. So that's why I'm saying that no matter what, if you go and really dwell upon making sure that you're successful, then you're understanding straight away how much more you can do. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that every single day, that if you're going and really understanding that the bank saves you $6,500 if you just give them $40,000 extra. They save you $6,500 if you give them $40,000 extra. So make sure you understand they're always trying to make money on these interest rates, and I can see how. So what you want to understand straight away if you're always understanding straight away how the banks work, or else the bank's always trying to get more money from you so that they can solidify a better deal. I mean, so that's how you understand straight away. And then what they do is apply a better interest rate, where it's much more in interest rate for you, and that way they get a better deal in the process. And make sure you understand always that is how you talk finance. I mean, finance is a better deal always. I mean, what's a better deal in finance? I mean, a better deal in finance is more money given. I mean, more money given is a better deal. I mean, more money that is your property, that it's actually giving you much more money in the process, is a better deal. I mean, in a sense, so I'm learning something about finances over here. I'm making sure you understand that anyway, that if you're doing something every single day, that no matter what, that you're really, really learning very quickly upon how people are doing their property search and whatever's happening around life over here. So I'm understanding that if you do your tax returns and just go and do more tax returns, and make sure that you're always doing a nice and beautiful way of love for yourself, where I understand that other people are trying to calculate to see how much money exactly am I making and how much I can make from one event. Whereas now what you need to do is never make your living expenses $1,800.50 for life, please. I mean, make sure you understand that you can live much greater than that. I mean, so make sure you understand that you have much more coming in than having your money coming out. I mean, so never have living expenses. I mean, have living investments that have money coming in much more than money coming out. I mean, in a sense, that's the whole point of a better financial gain. So as you're looking for financial ways of life, then you're looking to understand that the banks have a stamp duty and also a settlement fee, and also they have government fees and also a solicitor and or as this is a conveyancer, or as a conveyancer, which is a solicitor. And I understand anyway that I'm just connecting the words together, or else they have all these kind of stuff in terms of people who, in terms of services that they offer to make sure that they are making more money on you. And that's it. For sure, you must understand. So what they ask for is a total upfront cost. And now with them, it's always a cost. But with you, it's always an investment. I mean, sense. So make sure you understand to never use anything other than investment over cost. And that way you're understanding how to actually go about your nice and beautiful money, because money is never costing you. I mean, money is investing you. I mean, I mean, think like an investor, as Robert Kiyosaki says. So what you need to do is always have a better decision process upon understanding that the better your money, the better your rates, and the better your interest rate, and the better your money in terms of your giving. And that way you have to understand that if you want to make $1 million, then you have to give $1 million. I mean, have you ever heard that before? Bros, you have to give $1 million to make $1 million. I promise you. Bros, the more money you give, the more richer you are. Bros, you can never be taking money from people. I mean, you can never be receiving money from people. But yes, you receive money from people. But make sure you understand that if you're trying to receive only money from people, then you never make much money. But if you're giving money to people, then you make all the money in that. I mean, you can make as much money as you want by giving money. But if you're trying to receive money only and never give, then you always become poor. But if you're always trying to give money rather than receive, then you're always becoming rich. So be the one giving money rather than receiving money, and that way you're learning very quickly upon finance, and then you're making sure that no matter what, that you're enjoying your life differently, and you're making sure that you're getting ahead of the game. So for myself over here, I'm learning very quickly upon the arts of what I need to do to succeed. So as I succeed differently, I'm making sure that I have more enough success every single day to focus upon something that's helping me move forward. So no matter what I do, I'm understanding to always discuss my goals better with people who is Jesus Christ, and I'm understanding that no matter what, I understand that I just do what Jesus Christ does about home loans and everything. And I'm making sure that no matter what, that as I really, really understand straight away that the nice and beautiful aspects of life over here, I promise you that people around town have all these types of rates, and they have a comparison rates, and they have also extra home loan rates and everything, and have a signature over here which says P.A. which is per annum, and you must understand that percentage over here. So make sure that no matter what, you're always making much more than all that percentages, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon how you're actually learning. So here I'm a star. I'm making sure that no matter what, if you want to go and grow yourself very quickly, then you understand straight away how to just deliver content in a nice and beautiful brochure for yourself, and you're making sure that no matter what, you always have a stamp duty, and you're giving a nice and beautiful stamp duty, and also government fees, to make sure that no matter what, that as you give much more, you always have everything working out for you. So the more money you give, the more you understand finance. Do you understand that? The more money you give to the banks, the more you can understand their systems. And the more money you give overall, the better your financing. That's it. Do you understand? So just learn from that. In a sense, to make sure you understand that you have to understand straight away how financing works, which is just give more. Give more money, and pour it back into yourself. And as you pour it back into yourself, you make more money out of it. I promise you. Now, anything in terms of information is nice and beautiful for you to deliver information much more than anything else. And just focus upon understanding to estimate your guide only by making sure that you're doing something around your life where you're making sure that you're always accustoming to a nice and beautiful interest rate of yourself, to make sure that you have an initial period of a nice and beautiful way of life, so that you always understand that no matter what, that you're learning how to change, and you understand that fees and charges apply always with the banks. And you must understand that no matter what, that everything with them is a given. And you must understand that when you're giving much more than you're taking, then you must understand why the banks are giving you much more today than what they're taking from you. Is that correct? Make sure you understand that they're giving you more. I'm pretty sure the bank's always giving you more today than what you need. So make sure you understand that. So every single day, just make sure that if you want to succeed today, I'm learning much more about loving myself in life, and that's how you do it.